Tesla tried many things with different types of engines, but he could not get the metallurgy of the time to give him the turbines that could withstand the massive rotations and stress. The metallurgy just wasn't there at that time. But in his, this is a card from Nikola Tesla company, and you can see the halo around here. This is an electrical magnetic field. Now, one thing I figured out about Mr. Tesla is that if this 185-foot tall tower was built, you can damn well bet he had a smaller version and it did work. Otherwise, he wouldn't have built this. So you say, well, why does it have to be 185 feet tall? And you think, well, the other static electric lines, this is 1900, dudes. There is no other electric. This was in the wilderness. This is War of the Worlds, way back when stuff. So why did he need that big? This tower, from reading his notes, what I will tell you is that this tower created such a huge magnetic field around it that anyone that would come close to it, if the tower were closer to the ground, would have been killed. That's why it's so high. That is why this mast up here is so high. Now, if you look at Mr. Tesla's, let's see, these are some of his other great lectures that he gave. He talked about an anti-gravity ship in, I believe it was 1876, something like that. He stumbled across a magnetic field, and this will go into the 1940s before his death, but he stumbled into using Tesla coils, which created an immense amount of electricity. I don't know how much. I'm not an electrician. But what I think he did is that he used enough electricity with his coils to create an electrical field that entered the aether field, which I stated what was before. And what I think he was doing is that he wanted to have enough energy to create this electromagnetic field that opened the aether field, as he describes it, transfer the electricity across the aether field to another point A to point B, another one of these, and the energy would be downloaded from the tower down to whatever he planned to reserve it with. Funny thing about this is that, like I said, the aether field, there is no time, there's no velocity, there's no movement. It's from point A to point B. It has different characteristics than our, say, like sending power through the air. We can't send power through the air. It's never been done. Not like this. But this man could prove it could be done. But he didn't have the financing. He also talked about a death ray. And where these towers could power airplanes, and they could power all kinds of things. Now, we don't know if that was just showmanship or not. That I don't know. In the next video, I'll explain how this ties into the Philadelphia experiment, if it did happen.